All right, welcome back. It's a beautiful game, of course, this morning. Edgar is here with me, and we'll go and talk about a lot. We'll start from the African continent, and then, of course, we'll get to Europe. And Hafiz Ogubanjo is on standby on Zoom to talk to us. It's going to be quite an interesting discourse here. But as soon let's get Hafiz as soon as we can get him. We'll pick up with him. But I want to start from the African continent because there's quite controversy with and it's concerning visa issues. There's quite a controversy between Mamelodi Sundowns and Remo Stars' upcoming fixture. Remo Stars came to Nigeria. Mamelodi Sundowns came to Nigeria and Remo Stars lost 5-1 at home. They lost against a better team, a bigger team, and all of that. So for the return leg, on the 10th of October, it was said the Nigerian Football Federation or the league and all of that, as Remo Stars management said, they had submitted all the documents on the 10th of October for 43 members of Remo Stars, officials, players, and technical staff to go to South Africa. And then as at yesterday, when they were supposed to travel, they were unable to travel because only 12 visas were granted. And then the discourse now started, Nigeria versus South Africa, African football shenanigans. We hosted them quite well, but it seems that the South African Consulate is not acting in good faith. But the question still remains, which we've not answered. Did Nigeria submit all the documents that were supposed to be submitted? Because a reported response from the South African Consulate, the response is that for the under 20 players, they did not submit some documentation in time. And their laws and rules are stringent.
The list, was there a list of the documentations not submitted?
Yes, there's a list of for under 20. So only 12 players from 26 have gotten visas. So we are not yet sure. But the point is that as at the last time I checked, Remo Stars have not yet traveled for that particular game. And so until a forensic sort of report is done, we do not know exactly what happened. But let's see if we can get Hafiz and get his take on this one while me and Edgar will take it on here. Hello, Hafiz. Good morning.
Good morning, Mike, and good morning, beautiful people. How are you doing?
Yeah, we're doing good. So let's get straight into it here. This controversy concerning the visa application process, only 12 players given visa, and of course, 12 of them can't travel. So so Remo Stars had to cancel accommodation plans, traveling, and all of that. Do you have any update? What's the current situation now? Because on social media, even Remo Stars handle on X doesn't seem to have anything to say about it. There's just nothing. We don't know what exactly is going on now. How do you think this would affect the game coming up?
This is not something we should still be talking about in Big 2025, in African football. And this is not the first time it's actually happening, even to a Nigerian enterprise. Remember the Tigers? I think they were supposed to go to South Africa for a competition, but they were also, delayed with visa travels. It's not even the first time at all with South Africa, and I don't know what's going on. When they were coming into Nigeria for the first leg, there were no itches at all. So what's going on? That's the question. And you asked for an update. I think the latest that we all still know, according to various sources, is that the 1 a.m. proposed flight for Thursday has been cancelled, and they are left in limbo at this point. They might just get in there with a bit of jet lag and even concede more goals, because it's something that they should have been there for a long time, because they are preparing for an improbable comeback. But now they don't even have time to go and do all of that. So maybe they might be landing there by, let's say, Saturday, and they have a game on Sunday. So it's not looking good for Remo Stars at this point. But the question is, how long will CAF continue to do this? Is really affecting.
But Hafiz, you're talking about CAF doing something. You're talking about CAF doing something. How are we sure that all the documentation that was needed was, submitted? Because you're talking about Mamelodi Sundowns when they came, they probably went through all all that they needed to do in time, and they got here. Did Remo Stars do all that needed to be done in time? That's the question. So maybe before we start to talk about CAF coming in, we need to ensure that we did what was needed to be done in the right time.
Yes, I didn't just call CAF. Mike, that was a good question, and I will answer that the best way I can. I think the applications were submitted October 10. That's 9 days before even the first leg. That's 9 days before the first leg. And if there were any itches, if there were any issues, 9 days is enough time, to even raise any doubts that something is going on. 43 applications were submitted. They granted, I think, 11 initially. and it's been increased to 26, but only 12 were players.
Okay.
Only 12 were players. I think we should arrange this thing in an order of priority. If there was anything wrong with the players, they should have done that. They should have said that in this period, even before the first leg.
All right.
So why are they having issues?
All right, why is it now? All right.
Days,
all right. All right.
2 or 3
Hafiz.
days before the second leg.
All right, I'll get back to you, Hafiz.
CAF.
All right, I'll get back to you, Hafiz. Edgar, what do you think about all of this? Yeah, because now that thing has come on. As you know, on social media, I've even spoken about how we try to whip up a lot of angst or issues between Nigeria and South Africa. We know that all is not well every time, but I think that these kind of things are come because, you know, a lot of theories will come up. Oh, South Africa, I mean, they won the first leg 5-1 at home. I don't think that, why would they be scared of, you know, be playing antics? The consulate, no matter what happens to the football team, they have a different job to do, you know. So we are not sure of what exactly is happening now. Where did the force come from?
Yeah, so I think it's difficult to give an opinion here outside the facts that has already been mentioned, especially with what he said. But I think it just boils down to a particular set of people and getting these things right. Just like you asked, do they have all the documents? But again, maybe they had all the documents and then someone just said, this is our way of getting back at Nigerians, you know. So
you know the funny thing here, we have a history as a country. I mean, even look at the World Championships.
Because it's not the first time.
It's not the first time that we have issues with. So look, more often than not, I'm not trying to say that is the situation, but more often than not, because of the precedent Nigerian Football Administration has set before now, more often than not, we always mess up in things like this. We are either not submitting everything in time. I mean, we have some of the top, the other time we had to go to China, some of our top athletes, they could not be granted visas. Why? Because applications were never sent to them. We had officials, more officials going, and then the players. Okay, let's just wrap up with Hafiz here. Hafiz, I mean, 5-1, even if they entered that place 20 days to the match, I'm not sure we're going to overturn it, yeah? But what do you think is going to happen on that day? Mamelodi Sundowns are expected to play their Team B, which a number of people will say is as good or maybe even better than their Team A. Is there any hope for Remo Stars if they do get there in time for that second leg?
I mean, Mike, to be honest with you, it's football. Anything can happen. Even though I know that you are feeling like, hey, I think yes, it's going to be like a setup for Mamelodi Sundowns. I think it's all done and dusted for them. 5-1 away from home, and we have to remember that the away goals will still stand in African football. So Remo Stars need 5 unreplied goals, you know, to be able to, you know, salvage anything. Even 4 unreplied goals will not be enough for them. They need to go in and score 5. And this is a team that required a substitute to come get their first goal. So it's not looking good. And with all these jet lag issue, visa issues, and all of that, I mean, I think it's looking gloomy for Remo Stars. They should just come back and, you know, concentrate on the NPFL.
On the NPFL. Thank you so much, Hafiz. It's been a pleasure. And of course, Edgar, thank you for your thoughts on all of that. We'll take a time out now. Stay with us. There's still more to come on the show.